Okay, let's just dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about something that's at the very heart of how we hire people. We're going to challenge the one document we've all been taught is the most important thing, the resume.
So here it is. This is the big, bold statement from our source. A resume doesn't predict job performance. Just let that sink in for a second. I mean, think about it. Every single job application, every career fair, every LinkedIn profile, the whole system is built around this one document. But what if the very foundation of that process is, well, just wrong?
And this is what our source calls the resume's big lie. You see, we treat this document like it's this golden ticket, the first and most important hurdle to clear. But what if its real job is something else entirely? Something that has almost nothing to do with finding the best person for the job.
So that begs the question, right? If this piece of paper isn't some crystal ball that tells you who's going to be a superstar employee, then what are we actually looking at? What is it really telling us?
And it turns out the answer is actually pretty simple. Our source peels back all the layers. You know, the fancy job titles, the carefully crafted bullet points to show us the one skill a resume can truly, undeniably prove.
And there it is. The one and only thing a resume really predicts is how good someone is at writing about themselves. It's a marketing document. The takeaway here is huge. When you hire based on a resume, you're not always hiring the best doer. You might just be hiring the best storyteller.
Which brings us to the real heart of the issue, the massive gap between the story someone tells and the reality of the job. A job isn't a perfectly polished document, is it? It's messy. It's about performing day in and day out, especially when things get chaotic, not just when you have a quiet moment to write about your past achievements.
And I love this slide because it just lays it all out so clearly. On one side, you've got the resume. It's all about telling a good story, having great formatting, being a great self-marketer. But on the other side, you have the actual job. That's about action under pressure, getting results over time, and doing the work when nobody is looking over your shoulder. Resumes just can't capture that.
So, okay, if the resume is a broken tool, what's the alternative? This is where we pivot from the problem to the solution. It's about shifting our focus away from how a story is presented and onto what a person can actually do. It's all about valuing evaluation over formatting.
And this is the crucial point. We need to stop being so impressed by a pretty document. The real truth, the real insight, comes from evaluation, from finding ways to see a candidate's skills in action, whether that's a small project, a practical test, or some kind of real-world work sample. So what are we supposed to be evaluating for? Exactly this. These are the three pillars of true performance. Can they deliver when the pressure is on? Are they consistent day after day? And maybe most importantly, can they get the job done without supervision? This is what really drives success, and you're just not going to find the answers on a piece of paper.
All right, so we've really challenged a core idea about how we hire people today. Let's boil it all down to one final powerful thought for you to take away.
And that's really the question, isn't it? The next time you're looking at a resume, whether you're the one hiring or the one applying, just ask yourself this. Are we looking for the best writer in the room or the best performer? Because as we've just seen, the answer to that question could change everything.